Hey guys, this is Chris here with RunRepeat.com, and I'm here today with my review of the Hoka Cavu 2. It's the second iteration of the shoe, and this is a really lightweight shoe built for speed, track workouts, tempos, anything like that. So I was a big fan of the first version, so really excited today to dig in and talk about the second one. So let's get into the functionality and the overall feel of the shoe. So the Cavu 2 weighs in at around 7 ounces, so it's a pretty light shoe, which is significantly different than what you'd expect from a lot of Hoka shoes that are known for having a lot of cushion, being pretty bulky. This one is pretty lightweight and pretty sleek. So it works really well at speeds. That to me is where it felt best when I was doing any kind of track workouts, tempo runs, things like that. Performed really well. It does have a little bit of extra cushioning here in the heel. You can see it's a little bit thicker. It's a low drop shoe. I think it's 5 millimeters, but it does have a little bit of stack height here to give you a little extra cushioning in the heel area if you need that. So I wanted to compare this with another shoe that I think kind of falls into this lightweight speed trainer, and that's an Adidas shoe here. And just to compare and contrast a little bit, you can see the stack height and just the amount of cushioning in the Cavu 2, especially in this heel area compared to the Adidas where it sits a little bit lower. So I think this kind of comes into the feel a little bit, and this is going to be a personal preference. So for me, I don't mind a cushiony shoe. I think that's good to have for some of your slower runs, some of your recovery runs. But during the speed workouts, I kind of like to be able to feel the ground a little bit, something more, low to the ground, that more like natural feel. So I tend to lean toward more something like this that would get in the Adidas. But back to the Hoka, it's a firm shoe, it's pretty responsive, but because of this extra stack height, it gives you this feeling of running on kind of firm foam. So it's not really soft and cushiony, but it's not really the feel of the ground beneath your feet. It's kind of an in-between, and it wasn't something that I was a huge fan of, but I think that's gonna be personal preference on that. So just another thing to notice on the feel, I did find that the midsole is a little bit stiff here, took a little bit to break in. Once that happened though, the shoe felt pretty good. Like I said, slight preference on my side towards a little bit of a different feel, but overall it's not an uncomfortable shoe by any means. The other thing that I noticed is it seemed to run a little bit big, maybe like a quarter to a half size larger than what I was expecting. So definitely a shoe that you'll want to try on in person before you purchase it. So let's take a look at the different sections of the shoe and kind of break this down piece by piece. We'll start with the upper here, and this is probably one of the highlights of the shoe for me. It's made of a lightweight mesh material that's very breathable. There's a little sock inliner here on the inside that helps lock your foot into place so it's not moving around. But it's really great for hot weather. It keeps your foot cool, and it also dries really quickly for any rain or sweat or anything like that. So really good job on the upper there. When it comes to the midsole, this is made of the PROFLY material from Hoka, and it's designed to be a good mix between cushion while still having some speed to it to propel you forward. And I thought that was a positive for the shoe. It's a very fast shoe, but as I mentioned, I felt like it was a little bit stiff. The midsole, out of the box, took some time to kind of break in and get used to. But once that happened, once you get some miles on the shoe, you'll notice the comfort and the speed seem to pick up in the shoe. And then moving on to the outer, and I think this is one of the areas that was improved on the shoe from the first version. So the original Cavu, my one complaint is that it wore out pretty quickly. So Hoka for the second version has added some additional rubbery foam here on the outsole and some of the places that tend to wear out quickly. So that's definitely helped with the durability. I've put 80, 90 miles on the shoe, and it's holding up pretty good here. Just a little bit of minor wear and tear there, but nothing too bad. I will say it does seem with some of that extra rubbery foam there at the bottom that may take out some of the cushion, some of the comfort of the shoe, but it'll definitely add some life to it and increase the value and the longevity of the shoe. So kind of give and take on that. So to wrap it all up here and give my overall thoughts about the Cavu 2, overall it's not a bad shoe. It's definitely not my go-to when it comes to speed workout. And, you know, like I've mentioned throughout the video, some of that could be some personal preference on the feel of the shoe. You know, I pointed out a few things on the sizing, kind of the stiffness of the shoe, but there's a lot of positives when it comes to how lightweight, breathable, and how quick this shoe is. So I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed with this shoe. I think it could find a place in any runner's rotation. So, you know, a lot of good things to say. In my opinion, I don't think it's really top of the class when it comes to this lightweight trainer. Thanks for tuning in to my review. Be sure to check out all the details in my written review on the Run Repeat website. Also, don't forget to check out the Run Repeat YouTube channel for a lot of great video reviews and other content. Until next time, we'll see you then.